speak with you today about how to set up plank or elbow supported exercises, whether that be holding a plank or doing some kind of push-up work, etc. So often I see people on the internet setting these up and their alignment, their body mechanics are all off, and therefore they're really not working their core. They do more and more of these exercises, hoping to get to the results they want in their core, wondering why they don't, and then obviously ending up with neck, shoulder, or low back issues. So let's talk about how to set these up properly. First off, your hands, when you set these up, should be shoulder width apart, both in distance between your thumbs and also when we're setting it up this way. And what I mean by that is sometimes I see people set their hands up here. So that's more under my face line. And then if I go into my plank, now I have these hands in front of me. And so my rotator cuff is at a susceptible position for any kind of work, especially if I try to load bear into another exercise. So what I'd like you to do instead is set up those hands shoulder width apart. And then you're going to create this like cup of the hands as well, where you press the thumb, forefinger, and pinky down and kind of create the suction cup under the palm of your hands. So that will help your carpal tunnel feel better. And then keep your hands directly under your shoulders. So it should feel like the nipple line of your pecs, male or female, are between your thumbs, more so than your face. After that, I often see people kind of stick their toes down and push their butt up. And that's not a plank. That's not anything. So what I like to teach my clients is, before we even begin, find that suction cup of your hands, hollow out your armpits like you're gently spreading your shoulder blades on your back, and then notice if your front ribs are flopping forward. I want you to pull them back into your ribs, or pull them into your abdominal wall. And then the pubic bone should feel like it's slightly tucking towards your belly button. So we've created this hollow. So if I had like a big beach ball under me, I'd be kind of hollowing out over that beach ball. And then from there, extend one leg out. Notice how my rear end stays where it should. And then I'm going to take the other leg and meet it. Now there's my plank. And then of course that can become your push-up, where we bend the elbows. Notice I do not snake the body down, okay? I'm going to keep that hollow out, and I'm going to sink in to press up. Also notice my head alignment. I want to reach out to the crown of my head. If I had a messy bun on my head, it'd be like somebody were pulling my messy bun long, okay? If you drop your head here, your spine is now trying to hold about 30 pounds of pressure or 30 pounds of weight. And then if you drop your head even lower, now it feels like you've just stuck a 45-pound bag of dog food on your back. Makes it way harder than it needs to be, and your neck is under a lot of stress. So you want to keep your neck straight out, like you're lengthening the nape of your neck. Last but not least, if you are going into a full plank position or a full long leg position, either elbows or hands, you want to make sure that you pretend like you're squeezing a yoga block between your thighs. Your inner thighs directly communicate with your lower abdominals. So if I let my legs go, notice how my pelvis just wants to drop anyway. But I want to pull up on the pubic bone muscles. I want to pull my sits bones up into my butt cheeks, and I want to squeeze my inner thighs. And notice how it keeps my pelvis where it belongs, all right? And then get heavy in the heels, like you're pressing heels into the wall. Now, elbows, we'll take it down. And a good way to know if your elbows are the correct length apart or width apart is to place the cups of your thumbs in and gently push your biceps apart, okay? So that gives you that nice width. If your fingers just tickle the inside of your biceps, your elbows are too wide. And if you can wrap your hands around your triceps, it's too narrow. So we want to just do one of these cups and then gently press, okay? Now from there, make sure your knees are under, okay, your hips. And you can keep your arms here. You can bring your arms here or here. That doesn't really matter. It just kind of depends on what you want to do. Now from there, you want to, again, try not to sink into your shoulder blades. In fact, stretch your shoulder blades away from your spine and feel how your armpits hollow out. And then here again, if I have my little cow belly happening, I want to pull the fronts of my rib cage up. All right? So it's like we're tucking in the bra line for us ladies. And then I want to pull my pubic bone slightly towards my belly button. So there's that hollow again, as if I were over a ball. All right, instead of dropping, I'm gonna pull up. And then from there, I can step one foot out, the other out to meet it. And I hold that hollow position. Now don't push your butt up. You do want to keep your butt down, but you don't drop the belly. Okay, so I want to pubic bone to belly button, rib cage up and in, like somebody just lit a little campfire under my belly, and I want to pull up. And then from there, only if you can control that, do you start to add these other muscle movements in, okay? All right, guys, I hope that helps. Also, pelvic floor mafia side note, planking, being held over 10 seconds is not efficient for your pelvic floor. So instead of doing duration, like I'm trying to hold a 5-minute plank, you should be doing repetition. Because after 10 seconds, the science has been showing us that your pelvic floor is kind of like, yeah, I'm out of this game. So inhale, come back down and rest. Exhale, go right back up and in for 10 seconds. And maybe you do 500 reps instead of 5 minutes. All right? Peace out, guys.